Hello and welcome back to the Dungeon Story. I'm your DM, Joe McGuire, and all my players are here with me today around the table, and we're going to dive right back into the story of Thimgrum. Heading your way through the narrow streets of Hillock, you make your way back to the levitator platforms and make your way to this higher end portion of the mountain city of Thimgrum. The streets here are shining and glittering. There's shops lining the streets with magical artifacts found within them. There's arcane glowing signs advertising, "Come on in, buy one, get one half off," as they illuminate in front of you as you walk through the streets. And you make your way through the district, led by Allibaster, to Harvendale's shop. You find a dragonborn closing up for the day.
You're not closed, are you?
No, Allibaster, oh, good. It's a good thing you've come by. I've been meaning to find you, and I quickly start rummaging around on this table of it's tons of junk. I said, that powder you were asking me for, I got it. It's not much, but I don't know if you know, this is only good for known gonorrhea. It's not gonna work for everyone. So I don't know what your intent is with it, but I do have it. I've got what you asked for.
That's not what I'm using it for, but I do quite appreciate that you found it for me. I do have a rather odd request, actually. Is Harvendale in?
He may not be seeing clients for a while right now. He's quite busy.
Oh, it's good that he is keeping busy.
Yes. But no, I'm always happy to help.
Right.
For sure. We do open again in the morning. I am just winding down.
This is really quick. Would you mind? Will you just impose upon you right now? And he takes out a little coin purse.
Yeah, no, come in. It's fine. Sure.
Speaking of which, I didn't get my delivery fee earlier.
The delivery fee?
For delivering the packages. It's whether it's actually delivered in the hands of the individual who receives it, our delivery service requires that we get a delivery fee. I was supposed to collect it, bring it back to Lieutenant Dan-ish.
Don't you work for the Iron Guard?
Yes.
You realize we do have postmasters within the mountain.
Yeah, but because there's a certain circumstance behind this, it was a special delivery, they obviously had to get their best delivery person, which was Jim, but Jim wasn't available, so they got me.
Roll deception.
All right. 3.
Maybe one day we'll take care of that fee when you find the package.
So I'm not getting paid.
Gentlemen,
I will know.
Gentlemen, I appreciate that business must be done, and I'm always happy to help new friends, as it were. I am trying to close up, though, so if we could hurry things along, I'd appreciate that.
Right. We had some things we wanted to show you. There was some crystals. They do strange things. And there are also some records, some sort of plan of something on a piece of paper, and some runes on another one.
All right.
I know you are very good at things, and I thought maybe you could help these people identify.
Yeah, no.
And also, I have another request.
Certainly.
Do you want to do that? This one's a personal one for me.
Sure, let's hear the personal one, then we'll roll on with the rest.
Okay, you can take care of the personal one. All right. So, if you recall, a few months back, I got you to make a concoction for me. It was the yellow stuff we put on the sandwiches.
Yes. No, I'm very familiar. Yes.
Yes, I was wondering if you could make me a slightly spicier mustard.
Yeah, no, in fact, we have a variety of mustards here in the back. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, good.
So yeah, no, I'll make sure to send you home with some. That's not a problem.
Oh,
Lovely.
Lovely.
Happy to. But on to the identification. Would you mind handing me your items, and I will see what I can, if I know anything about these. Does that sound all right? Are we comfortable sharing?
I pull out my scimitar, put it on the table.
And not that.
Yeah, that's a scimitar.
So we lay out the crystal shards, which and I explained to him, this seems to have taken a memory of mine.
Interesting.
Into it, which not a magic that I'm particularly familiar with.
Sure.
And then we have these, which seem to be only in pieces, and I don't know whether or not I wouldn't be able to mend that together, would I?
No,
Yeah, mending
they're
is-
two
yeah.
different pieces.
Yeah.
You essentially have two little scraps of paper. One is a spell, and one is a record of something with a rubbing of some kind of on it that you don't really understand what it is, but you do understand the top corner and the numbers and where it comes from.
Is there anything I can roll to see if I would just know from looking at these without needing to investigate what they are?
Fully.
Great.
Yeah, you can do an investigation, you can do an arcana, you let me know what you're going to do.
They're
and
both
then-
identical, so let's give it a shot. Let's call it Arcana for fun. 13?
13.
Could I have assisted with that theoretically by telling him what the spell components were that I had brought
You
along with it?
certainly could have.
Because I am of keen mind, mechanically, I would remember exactly what pieces I had given.
Yep.
Given.
You
So-
hand over the list of stuff. You can roll with advantage as Fidessa is trying to help you figure this out.
Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Looking at all these items, I'll tell you what you're gonna get.
Okay.
Looking at all of them together.
Okay.
You're not entirely certain if they all go together. Looking at them.
Okay.
Do you pick up the shard?
I'm gonna say no. I would say my natural instinct probably would be, but she told me that it takes memories, and that is enough warning for me to not certainly touch it with my bare hands.
Dirty 20, which was the DC for that.
Yeah.
You know what the shard is. It's a very rare magical item, and it's used in very complex arcanotech. It essentially is a piece of crystal that is storage, and you can program very specific memories and very specific things into it. And lots of the masterworks within the city use this technology. And there hasn't been much innovation and many new great workings within the city.
Okay.
There are many great pieces of technology, but nothing like the arcane engine that have come since the initial founding of the city and the shelter, because you need this to do it. These are an item called King's Tears, and they're very rare.
Since they hold memory and they are used to power these things, is it a case of it's the knowledge that's held within these that's required to power these things, or is it?
This would be a history check for you.
Okay.
Were you paying attention to your mentor?
Let's find out.
Or intelligence?
Oh, 21.
21?
That's probably paying a little attention.
These essentially function like a hard drive.
Okay.
That's what it is,
Gotcha.
right? And you can write to it and you can read to it, the bit of the rubbing of the record. Looking at that, you can tell that it's a blueprint for some kind of arcane technology, but you only have a tiny bit of it. You can tell that it's very complex.
Okay.
Looking at the scroll, you do not recognize any of the runes, any of the spells, information on it. You have no idea what this is.
Okay, with the King's Tier, is there an easy way for me, like, can I tell if there is already data, I suppose is the right word, stored on it? And if there is there a way that I know how to access that?
This is something you have never worked with.
Okay.
Give me an intelligence check on that,
Okay.
actually.
Ooh, 19.
This is either removed from a piece of technology within the city, or there is a source of these crystals found outside the city,
Okay.
because no one has been working with them. And that's why you were never taught how to work with them,
Okay.
was because there are none to use.
All right, so I'm going to turn to my friends, and I'm going to say, yeah, it's just like a party trick, to be honest with you. The way it takes memories, it's honestly, it's not really worth much, but let me know what you want for it, because I could use it.
Roll deception.
Sure.
I'm not buying this.
Insight.
8.
Insight.
Well,
21.
21, you definitely clock what's happening here.
Oh, does it
You,
not
the
seem
the
particularly
excitement
rare?
is
Interesting.
bubbling
well, I
under
mean,
the
it's
skin.
certainly uncommon. Don't get me wrong, but there's really nothing you guys can do with this. I mean, it's not.
Oh, so it's just a pretty trinket. You know what? This will look lovely on my mantle. I'm going to bring it home with me
That-
and just leave it randomly outside.
Wait. We don't need to argue over this. We've kind of identified what it is, I think, and but I think there's more that can be done here. Now, you were saying that these are from the Hall of Records.
Yes,
The spell, I can't identify it, and you can't identify it, and I know you're quite good at what you do. I've had your mustard. I think there's more investigation to be done here, and Archie, we would be grateful to not only have some more mustard, but also your help with this.
Yeah, no, I mean, certainly, I would be more than happy to hang around and see what I can do to help you folks out. And with that being said, since with everything you shared with me, and I had no recognition of the runes or the spells on the scroll, can I cast Identify to see if that changes the situation any?
Ooh, you certainly can cast Identify.
Heck yes, I can!
Why didn't you do that in the first place?
Well, you know, if I just know what something is, why waste the energy, right? It's the end of the day. Believe me, I've used a lot of magic today. Thank you very much.
Those level 1 spell slots are so precious.
I know, right?
They're so tiny.
What does your Identify look like? What happens when you cast Identify?
I definitely have a different pair of glasses, but they are big, wackly, googly, and they've got like the like when you go to the optometrist, right? You've got the different lenses that go in. So my Identify, despite being magically powered, I've got some lovely specs that I just as I am looking and deciphering, and then it suddenly hits me what this thing is.
You adjust your specs, and it all kind of clicks together for you. You know that the scroll will no longer function with the piece that is there.
Okay.
And it is a spell that none of you have heard of before. It contains a casting of gate. This spell must be forbidden knowledge, and you know that there are many that are. Allibaster goes,
well, that is very, very concerning, and we should quite make sure that neither the Ministry of Intelligence or the Ministry of Records or the Ministry of Knowledge, really any ministry knows we have this. I know what this is. It is some things you should just not know, and you are safer not knowing, and this is one of those things. So let's all forget that we knew this.
Allibaster, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it feels like you might be setting us up for a little bit of trouble there. I don't think that keeping secrets from the council and the ministries is I don't think it's wise. Certainly not for my kind. We know what's happened in the past when secrets have been kept and things unraveled from there. I don't know that... You're putting me in an awkward position.
Well, Torbram's brain's just going crazy, like, secrets unraveling, hidden from the council.
Right.
I'm so in. This is perfect. I knew things like this happened. This is a conspiracy.
Right, that's the thing I don't want to be involved in. That's the word. I knew I was looking for one. Yes, conspiracy.
It
Thank you.
is not a conspiracy. It is a thing that led to much trouble in the past, and we think many things are sealed behind those doors and the best left there.
I think we need to keep this under wraps until we can get more information and find out who or who does not know about this and why.
I'm sorry, I'm still getting to know my new friends. Just help me understand, who are you and why are you better suited to handling forbidden knowledge that's been uncovered than
I am Torbram, Thalis. I'm in the Iron Guard. I'll show my badge.
All right.
do you have a badge?
I drew one onto my phone.
Give me a performance check.
Performance of 15.
It's actually a really nice look. It almost looks like it's done professionally. There's some nice shading and highlighting in it, but you do clock that it is like painted on.
Okay.
There's a little bit of wear on it where when he must have been going through his duties.
I was sent specifically for this special mission. I didn't want to tell you guys I was on a special mission, but I was handpicked by the captains, Major General of the division of the battalion, 2nd Battalion. And I'm just going to say, we shouldn't question my authority.
Right, so we can report this up the chain through him then.
This is why he put himself in charge of the investigation.
Well, we all agreed.
I did kind of lean on him a bit there, but I'm questioning.
I'm the only one that didn't drop in the fight.
That's both not true, and
I did not drop in the fight.
he didn't.
Well,
I-
you
I
ran
had to take a
inside.
knee because of
Yes,
magical
and
effect.
I did not get skewered.
You took a knee. I thought you were opposing the national anthem of Thimgrum.
No, you told me about this when you're playing the
Bible things
pigskin.
different times.
When you cross the line, you can take a knee with the pigskin.
That's a different situation, Albatross. But we'll talk about that more later.
Right. Look. Tell me, what do you all know of the plains?
They're
Well,
flat.
Yes, they're good for planting, I hear. Not that there has been many plains for us to plant on in quite some time.
That's the only plane I know about.
Well, I know that nobody goes out there. At least nobody's supposed to go out there.
This is where the troubles came from. That caused the calamity. We leave those things locked away, are best left locked away. And that was decided a long time ago.
Well, I know from stories from my grandfather that the plains is something absolutely amazing. There's these lands where there's nothing on them. They're flat. And they should be locked away, and people should not know about them. I basically just regurgitated everything that everyone said here.
Yes, you are correct. Well done. Archie, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking charge of this investigation.
I feel like he's doing so well. No? All right, sure. Yes, no, I'm happy. I'm happy to step in, though I suppose the question is, now that we have this knowledge that we're not supposed to have, Allibaster, since you seem to want us to keep the secret, and that certainly goes against my instincts at the moment, do you have any thoughts on how you'd like us to proceed?
He first of all pulls out his coin purse and clangs down on the table, and he goes, maybe if you wouldn't mind me, for now, buying your silence until I figure out what to do with this.
I'm leaving the coin purse untouched.
I tried to grab the coin.
I hit his hand with my staff.
Allibaster, money's only worthwhile if it can buy you out of trouble, and I don't know that there's enough money
Look,
to buy anyone out
I
of
don't
trouble.
know why these. I know why one of these packages came to me, and I suspect that this spell scroll did not come from them. The other two, I do not know why they were delivered to my doorstep. I suspect to investigate. That is what I do. I investigate odd things. Asking you not to speak about it is as much for my protection as yours. And if I need to buy your silence in this matter right now, I will.
And again, my apologies, because you are my new friends here, and I'm playing a little catch up on your investigation to date. So you three were hired to deliver these packages to Allibaster. Do you not know who hired you? Do you not know where this came from? Where's the origin of these?
I assume you are from the Iron Guards, and I assume you're wearing temple colors.
I'm from the Temple of Celeron. Celebron?
Corlon.
Celery?
Corlon. That's the
Yes, you're a cleric?
I'm working on it.
You seem to have a speech stutter. You're pronouncing some words
You
wrong.
know, the gods have many ways of speaking through us and for us, and I'm getting better at it. I was given spell components and a very old book from the temple to bring.
Which temple specifically? Where?
Outer Borough.
Father Aiden.
Yes.
I was a parishioner of his at one time at his old temple.
He spoke to, I believe, one of the Ministry of Intelligence folks.
And I
And then
worked
I
for
was-
them. Oh, so my work sent stuff from him to me to investigate.
Which branch are you with? Just out of curiosity.
The peculiarities and the obscurities of our realm.
Oh, the Obscura branch.
Yes, in the Ministry of Intelligence.
I made that up. So.
No, it is a thing. It is a thing.
This is one of those fun things. Is it a thing, or am I making things up, or are you making things up?
No, it is quite a thing.
It is the Obscura branch is a formal thing, part of the Ministry of whatever intelligence is.
Yes, and I am the master of the Obscura.
Friend, I believe you to be slightly less than truthful in this moment, and
You can roll intelligence.
I.
Or insight, sorry.
That's the role I wanted to say.
Thor.
Thor?
He seems very
he
authentic.
is very convincing, and he starts going on about all the peculiarities that he looks into and the different things.
I sidle over to Allibaster. I say, listen, Albertson, we need to make sure that we keep this under wraps because I don't want outside forces trying to intervene in our goals of finding out what this is. I'm on board with you. So I just want you to know.
It is good that you are all on board with me.
Oh no.
I think
I'm just letting you know. And I kind of like, I'm dedicated to your cause.
You dedicate yourself to my cause?
Yes, I just kissed you on the forehead. That's what that means. It's an old elvish thing.
It was very interesting.
It's not.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't encountered that at all with elves. That's interesting.
That is not.
Listen, lizard man, I'm not the one eating mice on my breaks, okay?
That is not how you actually dedicate yourself into the investigation of the obscure, but for the Ministry of Intelligence. But if you did want to, it is a thing that we could look at. You are, however, you have sworn an oath to the Iron Guard, have you not?
I have sworn an oath.
To the Iron Guard.
Go Iron Guard.
You know your oath, right?
Yeah.
Well, yes, I'm sure you will do swimmingly in the Guard. What rank are you?
You know what? Is rank really important here? Right now, it really comes down to we have a mission to complete. I feel it in my soul that we need to do this, and we need to keep this information to a certain amount of people as possible.
We were discussing the planes and what you knew of the planes. Things are locked away. It is entire worlds of power, might, domains of dark creatures. There's a reason why the knowledge is sealed, and just having this knowledge, believe me, I am doing you a favor when I say you should not know more.
And without an intelligence roll on that, what he just told you, you know that to be true.
Okay.
Okay?
So what should we focus on instead?
And why our friend over here, who's rather quiet, was skewered and has blood all over himself, that is a mystery we should unravel. Who sent the packages? You say it was the Ministry of Intelligence. You were sent by the Iron Guard?
Yep.
Just the Iron Guard?
Well, you told me to forget things, right? I kind of took you that.
We might have to investigate where his package came from a bit.
I think we've got two ways to go, which is we could check the Hall of Records for that piece of paper, or we could go find out about this guy who attacked us in the hallway at that fake wrestling place you go to.
This is a good thing we could do, yes.
I'd also be keen to visit the temple and speak with the intermediary between the ministry and our friend here, because if there was an ask made, I'm certain, I would hope that the person who put the package in your hands and sent you out the door could identify where that ask came from specifically, maybe help us narrow that down a little?
Quite possibly. I feel like that would be a better choice.
These are all wonderful routes that you have identified that we could lead the investigation in.
So, just for point of order, the items that were the scroll, and the scroll was in the box with the shards.
Well, we know it was not in your box.
It's not in mine. So
We know it was not in your box.
And we know it wasn't in my box. There was a fourth box?
No, it was in your box.
Oh. Hold on a second here.
I suspect that the shards and the scrolls and the papers came from you, and if you could tell us anything more about the package and where it came from, that would be wonderful.
I didn't know there was a scroll inside. Well, actually, I didn't know anything about what was inside. In fact, I was just told to bring a box.
Who told you exactly?
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
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 Sorry, it's my Elvish accent. We've got three possible options here. Where do we want to go first? I kind of, to be honest with you, he got skewered. I think a little revenge and a little information would go a long way on our quest. That's totally up to you. We'll put it up to a vote. My vote counts 3 times. So whoever wants to go see this harm guy,
we can
raise your
still
hand.
outvote you. So what
We
we need
should-
to get back what was stolen, which was a very old book and some spell components. Then we need to go after the gentleman in the mask. If we need to find out why these things were stolen and by whom and to where they were intended to go, then Father Aiden might be the spot to go.
Information first, then we gotta know what's going on before we go and...
I mean, do we have any leads at all on the man who stole the things?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
We
I-
know this fellow, I believe his name, you said you knew who he was,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
The one that skewered him. It went right through.
Oh yeah, I saw the tip come around.
We don't...
You see all the blood stain on him?
You should have heard him scream like, eh.
It wasn't like that. It was more like, there was gurgling.
Ah, yes, the gurgling.
Again, not something we need to talk about. What is closer to us right now?
Well, I was going to say that possibly going to see a chap named Harm is a bad idea. You were just harmed quite severely.
I mean, it seems like he might owe you an apology, though. So should we collect, or
Let's get information first and figure out...
He's a little scared.
you heard the scaredy cat? We're off to the temple.
Will you be joining us to further identify everything and unravel this mystery?
Yes, but as soon as you are ready to make that report, please do, because I am very uncomfortable with the secretive nature of this.
This is happening right now. You can see it is on official scroll head from the ministry as we go. In fact, it is taking minutes. Look, and you see look being written by an unseen servant.
All right. Very well.
Well, to the temple. You know, I have not been to Father Aiden's new temple. I'm very excited to see what he has done with his new space in Algebra. Right.
Shall I know the way to the temple? That's the only thing we need to know right now.
Oh,
Let's go.
Good, let's go. And you head off to the levitator platforms that take you down the mountain, walking through the city streets. Give me a perception check as you go.
Nah.
Did you get a 2?
I did. All right, bud.
21.
Into the
21.
dice jail.
You clock your father. And he looks to be having some trouble.
Oh.
He's there. There's another serviceman kind of with him, and they're kind of arguing about something. There's some open pipe and conduit that they're nearby, just at the base of the levitator platform.
I make my way over and I say, hold on here. Iron guard, settle down, lads. I look at my dad and I'm like,
Your dad goes, "Hey son, what do you?"
citizen.
Right, kind of half-heartedly salutes you. Look, we're just trying to sort some problems with the city works here. My friend Lobert here, the piping, right? The piping's not working right, and he was helping me sort it. And see, you know, it's like I always say, everything's fine as long as it's flushing down. If it's flushing up, it's a problem. And well, it's flushing up and backing up. And then that's getting into the other workings, and seems like this shop right here is having some problems happening.
Anything I can help out with that doesn't require me to use my hands?
If you could go let the shop owners know that we're going to be cutting off the arcane services for a bit, and to maybe not stick anything down the drains for a while. That would be great. Maybe you and your friends could go take care of that for us.
Ah, sure. I kind of wave everybody down. I was like, hey, this is all gonna take a few minutes. Walk over, just make my way into the shops. Like, hey, we're shutting down your shitter.
The little bell dings as you step into the small shop. It's a small butchery. There's a man behind the counter, and he goes, "Oh, the Iron Guard, you're shutting down the shitter?"
Shutting down the shitter. Obviously, there's some sort of issues with stuff going up when it should be going down.
Sounds like a mighty big problem. I appreciate you letting me know, sir. And he salutes you very mightily. He goes, anything else? Maybe you want a nice sandwich to go while you're waiting something like that.
I'm not opposed to having a sandwich.
Sure. Anything for the Iron Guard. I always appreciate helping the Iron Guard.
And I look over to these guys. Someone respects.
Yeah, well,
the Iron Guard.
Sandwiches all around. Sandwiches for all you and your compatriots here that you are helping out the city of Thimgrum and doing your duty. So I appreciate that, sir. No problem shutting down the Arcano lights and the Arcano tech in here for a little bit. I can work by candlelight, and I will get those sandwiches made up for you while you wait. I appreciate the security you are offering in the meantime.
No worries.
Give me a perception check. 20?
Nice.
From outside, you hear your father yell, "Oh crap, it's coming up and not going down!" And you hear a burst and an explosion. And you see these lines of power conduit feeding through this space that turn on the arcane crystal lights throughout the small entry. And there's a blast of green energy. You see the table shift and some other instruments in the space start to move and animate. And I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative. And that is where we're gonna stop today. Tune in next time to see what happens.